Hello, Westford! Spring is transforming into summer, and the news keeps on coming from around town. This week, Nashoba Tech has a new principal. We take a look back at the annual Strawberry Festival, and the school committee released their annual review of Superintendent Bill Olsen. From Nashoba to Forge Village, it's time for WestfordCAT News. Superintendent Bill Olsen didn't get an A+ this year from the Westford School Committee, but it was pretty close. At the end of each school year, per Olsen's contract, the school committee takes a look back on whether he achieved all of his yearly goals. According to the committee, he generally did achieve them, receiving universal praise on varying topics from the committee. Even David Keel, who once again did not officially take part in the review, praised Olsen for his work. However, there were concerns about delays on a committee that would look at the future of Westford schools. Avery Adam also believed that Olsen could improve on communications. In a 6-0 vote, the committee agreed to give him a $3,500 bonus for the year. Earlier in the meeting, they also revisited giving Chromebooks next fall to Westford Academy's incoming freshmen. Initially, it was expected that the Chromebooks would be funded from the tuition of 12 high-level foreign exchange students, but so far only 5 have materialized. Assistant Superintendent Carrie Clary told the committee that funding for the Chromebooks would still be possible, due mainly to renegotiated prices on the Chromebooks. She also mentioned the reallocation of $30,000 no longer needed in the FY17 technology budget. The committee approved the new funding plan 5-1, with Erica Cole voting in opposition. Nashoba Valley Technical High School revealed their new principal, and it's someone who's no stranger to the school. Matthew Ricard was named last week for the position to succeed Denise Pigeon, who became the school's superintendent in February. A 1995 graduate of Nashoba Tech's Health Assisting Program, Ricard spent his entire educational career with his alma mater, starting as the assistant dean in 2001. In those 15 years, he's also filled the titles of athletic director and dean before the title of the latter position was changed to assistant principal in 2012. He officially starts the job on July 1st, but has already begun to slowly transition into the position. The 6th annual Strategic Planning Retreat is now in the books, and it was a record crowd. Approximately 250 people came to the event at Kimball Farm to hear about Rodenbush Community Center renovations, a proposed expansion to the J.V. Fletcher Library, the future of the Parks and Rec Department, and the new fire station coming to Boston Road. Let's go to our own Patty Stalker, who was on the scene.
The weather could not have been more cooperative for Westford's 6th annual Strategic Planning Retreat at Kimball Farm. Town officials and representatives were on hand to talk about and get input on a variety of issues on the minds of Westford residents. With almost a dozen exhibitors set up encouraging questions, comments, and interactions, I was able to speak to many on hand about why they felt it important to be at the retreat. Director of Land Use Management Chris Clutchman was one of them.
I'm a member of the 12 North Main Task Force, and I'm happy to be reporting that we've made some updates in the last year. We have done some debris removal. We've removed the vines from the outside of the building, and we've stabilized the inside of the building. So things have been happening that are not really visible from the outside, and that's all in an attempt to save the structure, which is what the 12 North Main Task Force has been focused on over the last year and a half.
So can you tell us a little bit what are the future plans for the building itself now?
Well, that's actually the charge of the task force, and the task force is really now getting into what are the appropriate uses. The town did foreclose on the property, and the town does want to dispose of the property. The town won't necessarily hold the property in perpetuity, and so the next task for the group is to determine who might want to purchase the property and to issue a request for proposals. And I think their intention at this point is a fairly broad request for proposals to see what the market brings and see what the market thinks can be done with the building.
I also met up with Terry Stater, Westford's Veterans Services Officer.
Terry, what are you doing here tonight?
Well, we were asked to identify some of the issues with veterans as housing, transportation, and just make recognition for residents in town. What are the issues with our veterans? How many do we have? where do they get their health care from, identifying, issues and concerns, and what we're doing if we want to engage with anybody about what we're doing to remedy those situations and get people into the programs so that they at least know what services are available to them and how to tap into them and how to get access to housing or whatever is their issue going on.
With the new architect hired to design Westford's combined center fire station and dispatch facility, Permanent Town Building Committee Chair Tom Mahana gave me an idea on when we could expect the new facility to be complete.
We're hoping to have the new fire station complete by, we're going to break ground spring of next year, 2017. So we're hoping that they'll be in the new facility by late fall, early winter of 2018.
What's going to happen to that old building?
Well, that's kind of what we're here tonight to talk about the building. We want to try to see what gets the feel for what the community thinks should go there. We hear about needs for other meeting space. We're looking at a couple other departments, such as the technology department needs to get out of their location. So we're looking at possibly a smaller building in that location. We always hear about parking, needing more parking. So right now there's no definitive plans, but possibly another, like a town hall annex with a large meeting room space could possibly go there.
I was also able to speak with the Cameron Senior Center Director Jen Claro, Andrea Knowles, Westford's Community Gardens Coordinator, and Danielle Evans, the Conservation Commission Assistant Planner. A great deal of information was delivered over the course of the evening, as was great barbecue and, of course, Kimball's ice cream. For WestfordCAT, I'm Patty Stalker.
WestfordCAT did record other parts of the event, and you can see them at westfordcat.org. There's plenty of events coming up this summer, and our own Sarah Fletcher will tell you about them right about now.
Hi, my name is Sarah Fletcher. I'm the Marketing Outreach Manager at Westford Community TV, and I'm here with a few events coming up around town. The Middlesex County 4-H Fair is going to be coming in this summer on August 26th, 27th, and 28th. There will be all kinds of animals, plus food and games, presentations, lots of blue ribbons, gigantic vegetables, amazing photography, demonstrations, and so much more. The 4-H Fair is an agricultural, non-commercial youth fair, and all of the exhibitors are members of 4-H clubs in Middlesex County. To learn more about the event, visit 4hmiddlesexfair.org. And for those of you planning to enter a project for judging, the deadline is August 1st. On Thursday, June 30th at 7 p.m., Peg Lorenz, a home funeral educator, will explain the legal facts, the logistical details, and describe also the enormous personal benefits that come with taking care of your own loved ones at home at this profound moment in a family's life. For thousands of years, families have taken care of their own loved ones at home after death. It's a choice that's still possible today. Incidents of fraud are on the rise, and the tricks are becoming more complex. Fortunately, local financial advisor Marshall Ben Tisdale has advice on how to spot red flags, avoid suspicious characters, and be wary of future scams. Tisdale is holding a class at the Rodenbush Community Center on June 27th at 6:30 p.m., and the cost is $10 per family. You can register at rodenbush.org. And last but not least, hundreds of motorcyclists are coming to East Prescott Street, and if you live in Forge Village, you know what I'm talking about. They are revving up for the annual Tyler Ride. Motorcycle enthusiasts of all kinds come to the VFW to help Tyler Ricard, a young man with Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. Registration takes place from 8 to 9:45 in the morning, with the motorcycles leaving on their trip across Massachusetts and New Hampshire at 10 a.m. sharp. The cost is $20 to register. For more information, email Janet at tylerride.com. Back to you, Ira.
For decades, when anyone thought of the Westford gym teacher, the first answer was likely to be Frank Bishop. On Saturday, Bishop was honored in a ceremony at the Namnasset School where the school's gymnasium was officially rechristened in his honor. School officials, former students, and others were on hand to honor a man who taught Westford's children in one form or another for 50 years.
He had an incredible way of bringing out the love and the happiness and the joy and everything that little kids are and celebrate that together.
Voters unanimously approved the renaming at the annual town meeting earlier this year. Around 3,000 people came to the town common on June 18th for the 41st annual Strawberry and Arts Festival. Volunteers came into the First Parish Church United early in the morning to prepare several hundred plates of strawberry shortcake. There were also dozens of other volunteers and merchants on the common as well.
It's a whole lot of work. It's, just in terms of like figuring out mashing the strawberries, hulling the strawberries, whipping the cream, getting all the vendors happy where they want to be, the shortcake service, the grill service, the drinks and snacks. And we have volunteers not just from within First Parish Church United, but also the Boy Scouts, the Girl Scouts, the 4-H club. Everybody kind of lends a hand and just makes this event work, which is just, it's not a one-man show for sure. So.
A few days later, the first farmers market of the season arrived on the common as well. Make sure to check WestfordCatNews.org and we'll let you know who's selling each week at the farmers market until the season ends in October. The Zoning Board of Appeals had a jam-packed agenda this week with two of their agenda items discussing one of the hottest topics in town, affordable housing. They began the meeting with a review of Alderpoint, a small 40B development proposed on Groton Road, just south of Flushing Pond. In previous meetings, the ZBA asked that the four buildings on the property be spaced a little further apart. The Alderpoint team returned with a new plan that met the ZBA's expectations. However, abutter Mary Yao was still concerned about trees along the border of her property and the development.
14 feet. Okay. Foundation, at least a 2-foot hole. Okay, that's my property line right there. And you've got the machines to dig and deliver supplies at least 6 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You need turnaround space for the machines and people, at least 2 feet. This is all I have between complete deforestation and destruction and my property line.
Speaking on behalf of Alderpoint, attorney Melissa Robbins indicated her client was okay with replacing any trees along the property border and would follow all required procedures if blasting was needed. Later in the meeting, developer Jeffrey Brem returned with a discussion on an 18-unit development he's proposing on Graniteville Road. 2 are for elderly housing and 2 are affordable units that will be donated to Habitat for Humanity. Brem returned to the board asking for a variance that would allow more bedrooms in the development. He also sought relief from a height restriction that would allow basements in the homes. Currently, there are 62 bedrooms overall proposed in the development, although that figure has fluctuated over the past few months. Neighbors were concerned with the sheer number of bedrooms and the impact they'd have on local traffic and our schools. ZBA member James Kasniak was also concerned.
If you look at that section from Cold Spring Road down, all the way down River Street, Broadway, 1st Street, 2nd Street, 3rd Street, River Street, Sergeant School's a half a mile from there. The affordable units over at Stony Brook are doubling or tripling. That's really a build out there. The quarry, this is just in the past, well, not Sergeant School, but in the past 5 years. 90, almost 100 units mile from there, mile and a half at the quarry. We can't say it, but enough Graniteville. Find some other place.
Both items come back to the ZBA on July 20th, although Brem had indicated that he may make further modifications to his plan, which could reset the process. It's summertime, and here is Joe Seppi with the weather.
Hello, Westford. This is Joe Seppi with the weather forecast for this weekend and the week of June 27th. Here's what's coming up. On Saturday, it will be bright and sunny with a high of 89 degrees and a low of 60. It beats weather. On Sunday, things start to heat up with mostly sunny skies and a high of 93 degrees and a low of 64 degrees. On Monday, the heat wave continues with mostly sunny skies and a high of 93 degrees and the low will be around 64. On Tuesday, we may see another 90-degree day with mostly sunny skies. The high may reach 90 again and the low will be around 64. On Wednesday, there will be rain showers early with sun later in the day. There will be a high of 85 degrees and a low of 61 degrees. On Thursday, it will be mostly cloudy with occasional rain showers and a slight chance of thunderstorms. The high will be 84 degrees and a low of 61 degrees. On Friday, it will be partly cloudy with a high of 86 degrees and a low of 60 degrees.
That is it much for weather. Have a great week, everyone.
It's a great time to get healthy. Here's our own Rekha Sharma with this week's health tip.
Hello everyone, I'm Rekha Sharma, back with a new health tip for WestfordCAT News. Ayurveda is a science of life, helping you heal and build immunity in natural ways. Today I'm going to talk about mint. Mint is a great appetizer and it promotes digestion. The strong and refreshing aroma of mint is a quick and effective remedy for nausea. Mint is very effective in clearing up congestion of the nose, throat, bronchi, lungs, which gives you relief from respiratory disorders. Mint is a natural stimulant. If you are anxious, exhausted, mint can be ingested or put few drops of menthol oil on your pillow at night. Mint juice is an excellent skin cleanser. Mint enhances alertness, retention, and cognitive functions. It also adds to oral health as it is antibacterial. Mint shown to be inhibit release of histamines, which is often associated with hay fever and seasonal allergies. So add some mint to your juices, salad, and tea to get the benefits. If you have any medical conditions, please contact your healthcare provider before consuming. I will be back with a new health tip. Bye for now.
That's all for this week's news. Thank you all for watching. We leave you with scenes from the 41st Annual Strawberry and Arts Festival. For WestfordCAT News, I'm Ira Kelts. Goodbye, everybody.